Good morning. Pardon my voice. I've been struggling a bit, so I have water and Kleenex and hope I can get through this. Thank you for having me this morning. It's certainly a privilege. What I really want to do is just give you a little bit of an update. I was here, I don't know, maybe about a year ago, and I believe our nurse manager, Amy Doty, was here on Sanctity of Life Sunday and provided some music. And so I just really want to say thank you to the body here for being a body that's willing to be a voice for the unborn, that's willing to come beside a ministry like this that is committed to being a voice for the unborn. And for those of you that don't know about us, what we do is provide services at no cost to moms and dads who find themselves in a situation of an unplanned or unexpected pregnancy. A lot of times those are teenage girls, but often they're college-age students with their career in front of them, that this really isn't in their plan. And so we often also see some married women who are done having children and this wasn't in their plan. And so what we do is just explore their options. We start out with a free pregnancy test and meeting with a client advocate, exploring options. If adoption plan is on their radar, we hook them up with our adoption director from Champaign. I believe last year we completed 5 adoptions, so praise God for that. We also offer parenting classes and prenatal classes and really everything that new moms and dads are going to need in order to support them through the decision that they've made. And so we have a little boutique that has baby items and new and gently used, and they earn little baby bucks in their classes with their mommy mentors, and then they can spend them in the boutique. So all of those services are really provided by the people of God who believe in what we do. And so I want to thank you for having me today. Thank you for believing in what we do. Thank you for taking God's mandate to protect the unborn and to be a voice seriously in living out your faith. And so just a couple of exciting things we have on the horizon. I may have shared with you a year ago that we were breaking ground for a residential home down in Champaign. We're one of 12 centers here in Joliet under Living Alternatives. So there's 10 in Illinois and 2 in Indiana, and the one I work at Joliet is the northernmost one. But together we are building a residential community facility really for not only pregnant moms who need a place to live during their pregnancy and beyond, but also for women who just find themselves in a situation where the circumstances of life have provided situations for them that they just need a leg up. And so just this week I got an email that we hired the program director for that program, and the walls are up, and I believe there's an open house in a couple of weeks. And so we're very excited about that. The other thing we're in the works is a mobile medical unit, which is kind of an ultrasound medical pregnancy test unit on wheels, so that we can go where the women are rather than hoping that they come to us. And so we haven't made that purchase yet, but we're in the middle of fundraising for that. I had the privilege of going to a conference for pregnancy center directors just last week in St. Louis. There were probably 1,000 of us there in St. Louis. It was nice to know that I'm not alone in this battle. And it was just a great time, but the theme for that event really was making a difference. And I want to say that you are making a difference for life, and we are making a difference in our little corner of Will County. Will County, unfortunately, still is the 3rd highest abortion rate in the state of Illinois. There's no abortion facilities, per se, in Will County, but those women who are choosing that reside in Will County, and those stats were gathered, I believe the latest ones are from 2013. So, even though we are making great strides, we're seeing more women than ever. Just last Friday, we did 7 ultrasound scans. I was out of the office that day, and I'm not quite sure how many of those were abortion-minded or life-minded, but please be in prayer for those women. Focus on the Family, who helped us acquire our ultrasound machine about 4 years ago, collects stats from pregnancy centers all over the country, and their stats have shown that between 85 and 90% of women will choose life, even if they come to us abortion-minded when they see that little one on the ultrasound screen. And so I like to bring this little prop with me wherever I go. This is a little 12-week-old baby. Yes, all of you were once this size. And oftentimes, this is how far along they are when they come to us for an ultrasound. And so there is really no denying that this is a baby. It has everything it needs. It just needs to get bigger. And so the abortion industry knows it as well. My understanding is that when they do ultrasounds in an abortion clinic, they do not allow the women to see the screen. We had a mom not too long ago, a courageous mom, who was at an abortion clinic, and she asked to see the monitor, and they denied her that privilege. And this brave young woman got up off the table, walked out of the abortion clinic, and found her way to our pregnancy center. So that was a baby saved, and we're just so grateful for that. We get to see those situations day in, day out, where women are and men are in the midst of making those decisions between life and death, and God commands us to choose life. And so I just would covet your prayers as we continue to do what we do. We have two major fundraisers a year. One is our banquet in the fall, in October, and perhaps some of you were able to attend that. I know Pastor Aaron was there, and a few others of you. And the other one is our Walk for Life, which is coming up in 3 weekends. It's 3 weeks from yesterday, I believe. That would be May 9. It's going to be held at Judson Church in Joliet. I was on your website yesterday, and I'm glad to see you have the information on there. So it's very easy to see the location, see what we're up to that day, to even register as a walker. I brought some extra brochures with me today, which I have at the table out there. For the second year in a row now, we've done this great little thing called Fund Easy. Kind of interesting that Pastor opened the service this morning talking about social media. I'm not a Twitter girl yet, but it's very easy to open an account on Fund Easy, and then you can post that on your Facebook page. You just tell them, yeah, link it to my Facebook page. True story, last year my goal was to raise $1,000 for the Walk for Life, and I did not personally, with my mouth, ask one person for a nickel, and I made my goal of $1,000. So we're getting kind of down to the wire here with 3 weeks left, but it is not too late. I would encourage you to get registered as a walker. What some people don't realize is that, well, what if I'm busy that day? Well, you don't have to walk that day with us in order to raise some money for us. So please consider throwing it on Facebook or emailing some friends. I just got a gift for $525 or $75 the other day from someone in Washington State who used to live out this way, and there's a family foundation set up, and she saw my little plug on Facebook, and so she just wanted to do that. So no gift is too large or too small. Make sure people know that. If you choose to walk at the gym or around your neighborhood or on the treadmill, or if you want to sit in a rocking chair, that's okay too. Okay? But the main thing is you're making a difference for life by asking people to support you for the Walk for Life, which is just 3 weeks away. So we have a little video. It's just a short little clip of a little girl asking for your support, maybe in a better way than I can, but please consider taking a stand. Oh, one other thing, I wanted to give a shout out to the Ozingas sitting over there. As you know, they're great supporters of life and of this ministry. This is our walk shirts. They just came in this week. Yes, the Ozinga name is on the back. Woohoo! Let's give them a hand. They have been very generous over the years with many pregnancy centers in the area. And we couldn't do our work without people who are willing to come beside us and say, yes, I believe in what you do. And so I would just encourage you to talk with me afterwards, pick up a walk brochure, do the best you can. Even you kids, some kids go door to door. Some churches, their whole youth group goes out and canvasses the area. If you ask, 9 times out of 10, people will support you. Even people who aren't necessarily pro-life, it's kind of interesting. They're going to support you because they like you. You're their friend or you're their relative. And so I would just encourage you to make this church the one that raises the most money for the Pregnancy Center in Will County. And God bless you. We're going to show a little clip.
Once upon a time, there was a teenage girl who was really smart and wanted to go to college and get a job before she got married and had kids. But one day she found out she was pregnant and she was sad and scared and didn't know what she was going to do. Someone told her about adoption and she decided that that was the best way she could love her baby because the baby would have a mom and a dad who already finished school and had a job and had a home. They would teach the baby about Jesus and give her a life that the teenage girl couldn't give her. That baby was me, and I'm so glad my birth mom didn't have an abortion. The Pregnancy Resource Center helps other sad and scared teenage girls and women choose life for their babies. I volunteer at Living Alternatives and give them money for my allowance, but it's never as much as $100. I would love to give them $100 so they can keep saving babies.